When the news for the attack of Jallianwala Bagh spread in the world, then on the spread of the news, strikes has been launched, clashes with the police and attack on the government buildings started increasing by the general public, and the government has response very bitterly to the public on these attacks. So in the response, Satyagrahis were bitten very hardly, and they were forced by the government or by forced by the military of the Britishers to rub the nose on the ground on their feet. And also the Satyagrahis were forced to do the salam to the Sahib or to the soldier. Salam means salute. Okay, people were flogged very badly. Flogged means they were bitten. And seeing this violence spread, Mahatma Gandhi called off the movement. He stopped the movement. While the Rowlatt Satyagraha has been widespread movement, it was still limited to mostly of the cities of the towns. Then Mahatma Gandhi felt the need to launch a more broad-based movement in the India. But he wanted that Muslim and Hindu, if they together will fight with the Britishers, only then the Britishers will leave the India. So he supported the Khilafat issue. The First World War was ended with the defeat of the Ottoman Empire of the Turkey, and there was a rumor that a harsh peace treaty was going to imposed on the Ottoman Empire, and the spiritual head of the Islamic world, the Khalifa. Ottoman Empire was the Islamic world. Okay, most of the Islamic peoples were living there, and that was the Khalifa. So the Khilafat Committee was made in Bombay in March 1919, and the founder of this committee were two brothers, Muhammad Ali and the Shaukat Ali. Must remember, beta, Mahatma Gandhi was not the founder of this movement. Founder of this committee. This movement, Khilafat movement, was started by the Muhammad Ali and the Shaukat Ali, but Mahatma Gandhi has supported this movement. Gandhi ji saw this as an opportunity to bring Muslims under the single umbrella of the national movement. Then at the Calcutta session of the Congress, it has been held in September 1920. So Mahatma Gandhi give a proposal in that meeting to start the non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement means to not to cooperate the Britishers. He has given this proposal, not started in 1920. It was not started. Just Mahatma Gandhi has given this proposal in front of the Congress meeting. As in the book of Hind Swaraj, it was the book of Mahatma Gandhi. He has written in 1902. What the Mahatma Gandhi has written? Mahatma Gandhi said that the British has established their rule in India with the cooperation of Indians. Okay, because the Indians has allowed the Britishers. This is the reason that Britishers are surviving in our India. If Indian refuse to cooperate, the British rule will definitely end one day. So it has begun with the surrender of the title that the government awarded and the boycott of the civil services. He has planned that we should cooperate this by the beginning with the boycott. Boycott means to refuse. Okay, we should refuse the all the government awards which are given by the British government, and we should boycott the civil services, army, police, courts, legislative council, schools, and also we should foreign boycott the foreign goods. In November 1920, they were having the fear of violence. Okay, they said if we will start this non-cooperation Khilafat movement, the violence may take place in this during this movement. So after the number of meetings and discussions, in December 1920 non-cooperation program was adopted. It was finalized that this program will be started. So in 1921, January 1921, non-cooperation Khilafat movement was started. After the starting of this movement, the middle class was participating a lot in this movement, because thousands of students have left the government controlled schools, colleges, headmasters and teachers has also resigned. Lawyers give up their legal practices. Foreign goods were completely boycotted. Liquor shops were shut down. Foreign clothes were burnt into the huge bonfire, and the import of the goods has been also decreased. In 1920 and 1922, the import has halved. Okay, it has been halved, whereas before the 1921 the import was of 102 crore rupees, and with the coming up of non-cooperation movement after the 1922, the income from this import was just 1507 crore rupees. Clear? This was the effect of the non-cooperation movement. But in some cities, the Khilafat movement was very slow. What was the reason? If the why the people were wearing the British made clothes? Because the clothes were cheap than the khadi. Okay, and if the people started boycotting the British clothes, then obviously they have to wear the Indian textile mills and the handlooms. Okay, so Indian textile mills made cloth and the handlooms of India, but that were very expensive. Khadi was also very expensive, and the mass production in any Indian mill was not possible. Similarly, beta, what happened? All the institutions like courts, schools, and these were set up by the Britishers. These were under the control of Britishers. If the student boycott going to the British school, then they have to go to the Indian school. But the Indian institutions were not there, so they have to set up the Indian institution. So for the movement to be successful, Indian institution had to be set up so that they could be used in the place of British ones. These were slow to come up, so the students and the teachers started going back to the government schools, and lawyers have also joined back the work of the government courts.